we're here with Trivago. Can you tell your name and your
My name is Sidney Burdick, and I am in charge of global corporate communications for Trivago. Sorry.
No, it's fine. So today you had a panel about big data, and you shared lots of information with us.
Lots of
yeah. Can you tell us some little pieces that can be interesting for our readers?
Yeah, sure, of course. I think the concept of big data is a really interesting one for a lot of hotels and also for readers themselves as users.
Yeah.
So what we do is we gather a lot of information that we receive from all these different people involved with our business, right? So whether it be our users, the hotels, the OTAs, we receive everything from behavior, so user behavior, to prices with the hotels, to search queries, and all the information that comes with that. So from a hotel side, that means the photos that they provide, the information they provide. It's all data that we gather and we store. So what we then do is we go through this data and we essentially move it in ways that can help to then improve, for example, the hotel, how it looks on Trivago, Hopefully that helps answer the question a little bit, how the user can take advantage.
But it's quite hard for people to understand all this data and understand how they can focus on little pieces and understand how they can use them.
Yeah. So for us, it's on the side of the hotel at least.
Yeah.
It's really interesting for them to look at the analytics that we provide. So for example, on a Hotel Manager, which is one of the products that we offer through Trivago, which is directly for the hotel themselves.
Yeah.
So they're able to then log in and look through their own profile and see how they are comparatively, for example, in terms of their competitors, what their prices look like, what their property actually looks like, what information are they including there. And so it becomes very compartmentalized in a way that they can understand it. So it's very easy to use, it's very user-friendly. And essentially then they're able to say, okay, if I, for example, upload nicer photos, more high-resolution, big images, this can help improve my property ranking.
Yeah.
So our algorithm, our hotel algorithm, is not something that can be bought or influenced in any way. So for us, it's all about creating a very transparent, very unbiased platform.
Yeah.
So we don't want to all of a sudden start influencing this here, having that paid there. That's just not how, for our user experience, that's not something we would want to do. It goes against our ethical values as a company.
Yeah.
So for us, it's more that the hotel has the opportunity to improve their own property naturally in a very organic way, that the quality is good, and then the user finds exactly what they're looking for, essentially. So there are definitely opportunities here.
Definitely. But what are you planning for the future for Trivago? I mean, every year there's something new.
I think we're not, as a company, we're very test-based. So it's more meticulous testing here and there. They're not huge changes. It's more learning over time to see, okay, what do people want, what works, things to this extent. So for us to say big changes, I think one of the biggest changes is our introduction of our booking engine.
So
for hotels, fair enough.
I think hoteliers are very interested.
Sure, I think it's a great opportunity, because what we've seen over the past is that users actually want this. They want to be able to book directly through the hotels, but the problem is that on the hotel side, there's still a lot of learning that needs to be done about what is optimized and how the performance on their site can be the best it can be. So we're helping there, essentially. We're helping to facilitate this booking. All the booking is still done on the side of the hotel. It's still very heavily hotel branded, so we try to stay as much in the background as possible, to be honest. But what we want to do is be able to help say, okay, this could look a little bit different. We worked on that page. We worked on landing pages. We know what works, and so it's more offering that knowledge so that in general it performs better. And also for our users, for us, we really want our users to have a good experience and a good journey through the booking process. So that's where our interests lie as well.
Yeah, because it should be better also on mobile, specifically on mobile.
Of course,
And I think that also companies have noticed it. Have you noticed growth in mobile usage of your
Absolutely.
website, and do you think it could be useful for that?
I think that absolutely, we've seen a growth. I think the world has seen a growth, right?
Definitely.
So in terms of mobile, we see about 50% of our traffic coming through mobile. So it's significant. It's definitely large.
Tablet or just smartphone?
With tablet as well. So everything mobile. So not app necessarily, but very mobile. And you see, I mean, this is a little screen, right? So you're trying to work in this little screen, and you really don't get a full picture of how the product can be used. And this is, of course, a huge challenge for us and something we're working on continuously. For us, what's really important is that the experience on mobile or on tablet is seamless in terms of the experience online on the desktop version. So we want it to look the same, we want it to feel the same, and this also goes for the hotel. So we're trying to make that process, that journey, as seamless as possible, so that it doesn't matter that it's on a small screen. And so we can definitely help in terms of responsiveness and things to this extent.
That's great. And just last question.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know that you are testing the booking on Trivago in Germany, maybe now.
Oh, sure.
When do you think it will be available here in Italy?
Okay, well, maybe to clear up a little thing first. So we actually don't do the booking on Trivago. So it's called the product that we're testing in Germany at the moment is called Express Booking.
Okay.
So what it is it's actually a way using the mobile problem. Let's call it. So at the moment, what happens is that when somebody's looking on a tiny, tiny screen, it's very difficult to put in information for a credit card, right? When they get to the booking, and then you see a lot of hotels who are just becoming familiar with what this actually looks like. And so what we want to do is basically help to optimize that page so that it's very quick for the user to put in their information ahead of time, and then they don't every time have to enter in. So our ultimate outlook is, is this useful for the user? Are they able to do it without problems? So that's the idea behind Express Booking. So it's actually we do not want to do booking on-site on Trivago. It's that we want to help facilitate that a booking happens at the end for the hotel. So that's the one side of it. When it will come in Italy, we're still in such testing phase in Germany. We're hoping to roll it out soon, but what is soon? So I would say hopefully in 2016 it will come, but unfortunately we can't give a specific time frame because we are such a test-driven learning company. We want to first see how it works for the users, for example, and that they're happy with how it works. And I think it's a sensitive introduction. We don't want to force it upon anybody. We really want it to be opt-in based and that they feel like it's useful for them. So hopefully that.
But we're looking forward.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's true. I think it'll be very good.
We want to test it as well.
It should be.
Thank you very much for your presence, your help.
Thank you. Of course.
And see you next year then.
And we'll let you know as soon as it comes out. It's doing well in Germany, so we're excited to get it rolled out. Thanks so much.